It's no secret that I'm pretty slow when it comes to making videos, so let's get on with it. In this video, which is the third episode of my Future of Kingdom Hearts 3 series, where I predict and speculate what will happen in Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm going to talk about the worlds that will be appearing, the worlds we'll be visiting, the ones we'll definitely be visiting, the ones I think we'll be visiting, and the ones that might appear, and the ones I want to appear. Let's just cover it all in one video. So let's start with the obvious. The worlds we can 100% guarantee will definitely be in Kingdom Hearts 3. Now let's say Destiny Islands, for example. Destiny Islands is sure to appear, we can assume that. Whether we'll get to play in Destiny Islands, which we haven't done for quite a while, that's up for debate, but we'll see. We'll see how it plays out in the story. It'd be good to visit Destiny Islands and play it again. I'd like to visit the mainland. Maybe we could finally see Sora and Riku's parents. That'd be nice. I can cover that in more detail in another video, but the point is, Destiny Islands, possible. I'm going to talk about the plot in another video, so don't expect me to explain what I think we'll be doing in these worlds. I might touch on it, but basically, Radiant Garden. We know Radiant Garden is going to be there. It's got to be, basically. And if it is, who knows what we'll be doing there, but it will be nice to return to it, see how Leon and the gang are getting on and how much better the world is. We can expect that one to be there. And another world that's pretty much definitely going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm going to go ahead and say the 100 Acre Wood. It appeared in the first two games, and as I've said before about these things, they appeared in the first two, so I expect them to appear in the second one. As usual, it will be an optional side quest thing. You don't have to do it, but if you do it, then you get extra prizes and rewards and such. That will be good. So I would expect that to be the role of the Winnie the Pooh world. We're going to visit them again, have a little plot going, maybe collecting torn pages, maybe something else, something like that. Basically, I expect Winnie the Pooh to make a return, and maybe we'll finally uncover the mystery of this darned book. Next world I'll say we can safely assume will be in Kingdom Hearts 3 is Twilight Town. Why Twilight Town? Because it was in the trailer. Moving on. Next is the Keyblade Graveyard. This one I would expect to be in Kingdom Hearts 3, pretty much guaranteed, because Master Xehanort pretty much says as much in Dream Drop Distance. In fact, the game itself says as much in the intro to Dream Drop Distance. I mean, just look at the end of it. All the Keyblade wielders gather in the Keyblade Graveyard to fight off Xehanort. Now, yeah, the thing is a concept, basically. It's been confirmed that the characters you see here aren't guaranteed to be the final 7 or whatever that fight Xehanort in the end, but I think we can assume that the location is correct, so yeah, the Keyblade Graveyard, that'll probably be the final battle, big massive showdown there. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get to go to Kingdom Hearts. Now with this I'm kicking off the worlds that I think might be appearing, and by might I mean are very likely to appear, so we can expect will appear, but we can't be certain for now. So these are not the guaranteed ones, but are very likely and highly implied will be in Kingdom Hearts 3. And one of them, I would say, is Kingdom Hearts, which is a bit of a gamble, but we're going to assume that Xehanort is going to succeed in creating the Keyblade and summoning Kingdom Hearts, or the Keyblade, and when that happens, maybe we'll actually get to go to Kingdom Hearts, since it's been said to be some sort of force or power, or maybe even a being. We don't really know. We hardly know what Kingdom Hearts is, so in Kingdom Hearts 3, this touches on plot, but I would expect it to be revealed. And so far, it has been shown to be a place of some sort. Maybe we can visit Kingdom Hearts from the Keyblade Graveyard, and that will be where the final boss will take place. You can imagine Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to have a really massive final boss. This is going to be climactic, and I would expect the only place where such a final boss could really happen, and it would work for the finale of this epic, would be Kingdom Hearts. Now during the last video I mentioned that I would expect the Final Fantasy VII crew, or at least some of them, to get their own world in Kingdom Hearts 3. See, after Cloud and Sephiroth's battle in Kingdom Hearts 2, it's mentioned sort of by Sora that Cloud is going to his own world or something, and so is Tifa. It seems that Cloud, Tifa and Sephiroth, they're not really from Hollow Bastion, and perhaps they will go to a world, even if it's not their Final Fantasy VII world Gaia, it might be an original world that it's at least, tied to Final Fantasy VII. Maybe we'll meet the other characters from Final Fantasy VII that we haven't seen before, like Barrett and Red 13. I'd like to see them, and maybe we'll get some other Final Fantasy characters in there. We're going to get more Final Fantasy characters in Kingdom Hearts 3, we can look forward to that, but maybe this will be a sort of a Final Fantasy VII crossover type world, where Cloud originally comes from, where Sephiroth originally comes from. Maybe we can get the backstory between whatever happened to Cloud, where Zack came from, and where Sephiroth came from, and where everything happened, and it'll all be really mishmashy. Basically, I expect it to be a world, so that's one on my list. It could be the first Final Fantasy specific world in the Kingdom Hearts universe. It could mix together a bunch of different Final Fantasy games and characters into this one world, and it could be a completely original plot, and I don't know, I'd like to see that. I don't know about you, but it could happen. However, one world which I think is much more likely to appear in Kingdom Hearts 3 is Shibuya from The World Ends With You. I mean, in Kingdom Hearts 3D, we meet Neku and the gang, but they're all dream fragments that Joshua's trying to fix up, because they almost died when their world ended, and Joshua's trying to save them, and with Sora and Riku's help, he's able to do that. So in Kingdom Hearts 3, I would expect them to be back to normal, and back in their own world. And I think Sora is going to uphold his promise with Neku that he's going to visit them. So Shibuya. I expect it to be a world in Kingdom Hearts 3. We can go there, meet the rest of the Reapers, do the Reapers game and whatever, yada yada, plot, and coffee shop. Now on to the Disney movies, and I'm going to cover this issue that everybody's arguing back and forth about, and I'm going to throw in my opinion. Disney now owns the rights to Star Wars and Marvel, and people are for and against these things appearing in the Kingdom Hearts series for various reasons. So what do I think? Well, if it doesn't end up happening, I don't really care, but I wouldn't mind seeing it. If it did happen, I think it'd be pretty cool. Maybe a little Avengers world, and honestly, I'd be okay with that. I'd like to see something like that. I don't mind. But in the case of Star Wars, I think if they're going to put Star Wars into Kingdom Hearts, they really have to do it right. I mean, there's a lot to take into consideration. Star Wars is a huge universe. There's so many different points in the timeline they could start with in the Kingdom Hearts universe, and Kingdom Hearts 3, the finale to this series, just doesn't seem like the place to kick off this massive series involvement in the Kingdom Hearts universe. I mean, where do you start with Star Wars? Do you go chronologically and start with episode 1, or do you go to where it began with Star Wars episode 4? I mean, would you want to go with something more iconic, or maybe cash in on the new trilogy, which is going to be more recent and will probably be coming out around the time of Kingdom Hearts 3 anyway? I mean, where would you begin? Where do you end? And keep in mind that wherever they begin, wherever they start with the series, that might cut out other parts of the series which fans would rather see, and it's very complex. If you're going to put Star Wars in Kingdom Hearts, now's not really the time. I think later, there could be a specific Star Wars Kingdom Hearts game which honestly people are going to just turn their heads away from and turn their noses up at, but I personally would think it'd be quite cool, speaking as a Star Wars and a Kingdom Hearts fan. But really, Kingdom Hearts 3, probably not the place. That's my opinion. Maybe throw in a summon or a reference or something, I don't know, but as a world, I don't think it will happen. But whenever it does, Square Enix, I dare you to make episode 1 good. Now, I said this way back in episode 1, but Tangled would make a really good Disney world. I mean, it's already a great Disney movie, and it's more recent, so it's more relevant, it's well received. Rapunzel's a great character, so is Pascal, and Flynn Rider, and Maximus. They'd be a great world. And I want to see a frying pan Keyblade, how about you? Not to mention all the great themes about letting your heart imprison you. I mean, it's great. It'd be a really nice entry to the Kingdom Hearts universe. You can already see the sort of commentary they'd make on that. Same goes for the Princess and the Frog. I mean, the whole thing about following your heart and eventually learning what the right thing to do is, and it's great. I could see that working in Kingdom Hearts as well. So both Tangled and Princess and the Frog, two great Disney princess movies, and I would highly expect them to be in Kingdom Hearts 3. If not, at some point, it should appear in the Kingdom Hearts universe. As long as I seem to be doing these in pairs, I'm going to throw in two fantastic Disney movies I would love to see in Kingdom Hearts 3. Treasure Planet and Atlantis the Lost Empire. Both these films are kind of underrated, and I don't personally understand it because I love them both, but whatever the case. Atlantis, you've got this great expedition with a colourful cast of characters and flying motorbikes from the past that shoot lasers. Well, whatever, it's a great movie. And then there's Treasure Planet with Jim Hawkins, the guy who grew up without a father and develops a father figure in Long John Silver, or, well, the Treasure Planet version of him. And what's really good about Silver is the fact that he's not a very conventional villain. He's not clear-cut, I'm bad, you're good, and I will die at the end of this movie. He's a much more human villain, and you develop a more personal connection to him, and he's actually really likeable, in a way that's not funny, like James Wood Hades, but he's genuine, and that's a really unique aspect of Treasure Planet. The fact that the villain ends up being quite a good guy, despite still being a villain. He's a pirate after all. But in the end, both these films are things I'd like to see in Kingdom Hearts, and I can easily see Sora and Xehanort making their own sort of comments on the different things these characters face in their adventures. And they are adventures. Both of these films would definitely add their own flavour to the Kingdom Hearts game. It would be pretty incredible, so I'd like to see them both. Alright, let's speed this up a bit. Next world I'd like to see is The Emperor's New Groove. Why? Because it's funny and it hasn't been in the series yet. This could be the comic relief of Kingdom Hearts 3. It doesn't have to be too long, doesn't have to be too serious, they can actually throw in a lot of jokes here, and it would be a really good point in the game, just to have a nice bit of fun and laugh in between the serious moments. The next world I'd like to see is the Aristocats. I'm just kidding, but imagine it was. That'd be funny. The Jungle Book is a world that's actually been considered being entered before into the Kingdom Hearts series, so I would expect it to appear in Kingdom Hearts 3, if not eventually it should appear, and it's a good movie, I'd like to see it, so yeah, Jungle Book on the list. An interesting world that should really be considered though is Robin Hood. That's a great movie and I'd like to see it being done in Kingdom Hearts 3. You could have Robin Hood as an archer sidekick party member. That'd be really cool, but there is a slight issue. If we go to the Robin Hood world, will Sora and his friends have to turn into furries? I'd just rather not get into that, you know, we should not fan those fires, so I would just, you know, if they're going to Robin Hood's world, I'd prefer it if they just stayed the way they are. I mean, Sora could get away with being the only human, right? Please? Getting out of that touchy subject and into something a bit more light-hearted, how about the Rescuers? You know, we could have like Sora and Donald and Goofy being tiny and helping them out with their rescuing and, yeah, you know, Rescuers. Oh, and on the subject of mice, how about the Basil Great Mouse Detective movie? I mean, that's quite a small film, a little underrated, but it's such a classic, and I'd like to see Sora meet a Sherlock Holmesian type character and get so baffled by him. Seriously, Basil Great Mouse Detective, you could have a Ratigan boss fight, I'd love to see that, although the clock tower thing may be a little repetitive, I don't know, but hey, Basil Great Mouse Detective as well. I'm a little apprehensive about mentioning this one because I'm not sure how it would be done, but how about Bolt? Anyone else sort of thinking about that film? We might need to get a new voice actress for Penny. But anyway, Bolt is a good film and it could be done pretty well. We could see that one. What do you guys think? A film that me and many others really think needs to be done justice in the Kingdom Hearts universe, though, is Lilo and Stitch. We haven't met half the title yet, even though Stitch has been around for a couple of games now. Yeah, we all love Stitch. He's hilarious. Can we get on to Lilo and Nanny now? This is a really big movie. There's a lot going on. There's a lot that can be done with it. And the Kingdom Hearts universe could make good use of it if we would finally pay a trip to Hawaii. I mean, come on Stitch, find your roots. This is something I would like to see in Kingdom Hearts 3. A proper Lilo and Stitch world. Alright, here's a big one. Wreck-It Ralph. This was a great movie. Incredible characters, wonderful story, just something I really enjoyed and was funny, heartwarming, lovely. But if we're honest, we're probably not going to see the big how did this happen mashup of characters crossing over into it. I mean, it was one thing for Disney to do it with a movie, but for Square Enix to do it with a game, I think you're going to have to pull an awful lot of strings. As cool as it would be and as many jokes as you can make about it, I don't think that's going to happen. It'd be awesome, but it probably won't. Although we could possibly see some Square Enix references. Square Enix could fit their own characters into Game Central Station if that's an area. Most likely though, I expect most of the game will be spent in Sugar Rush, or maybe Wreck-It Ralph's world, places like that. We're only going to see the main characters if it's in it, but I'm okay with that. I can live with that. Dinosaur! We'll see how good Frozen turns out. I'm hoping it's going to be a good movie, but I absolutely hate the new trailer that we've just got. In fact, just any English trailer that's been provided. I don't like any of them. But the film looks good, hopefully it will be, and that could end up being Kingdom Hearts 3, because by the time Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, Frozen will be a much more known film to us. And another film that could be listed is Pocahontas. Now, I've not seen Pocahontas, but I am aware that it has a bad reputation and caused Disney to plummet a bit, and people didn't like it, but then again, Square Enix could easily adapt this and make it good. This is something that Square Enix have a lot of potential when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, and sometimes, only sometimes, do they exploit that potential. So please, if Pocahontas were to appear in Kingdom Hearts, I would be all for it if they could make it something worth remembering. And so, to finish off this list, I'm going to say Pixar. Just everything Pixar. Namely Toy Story, Monsters Inc., WALL-E maybe, Cars. Seriously though, The Incredibles would make an incredible world, and so would Brave, honestly. Special mention also goes to Up, and Ratatouille could make for an interesting cooking minigame or something like that. So now the only ones I haven't mentioned are A Bug's Life and Finding Nemo. So I'm just going to mention them because they could be good too. So overall, or should I say all in all, there are a few people out there who say that Square Enix and Disney are running out of ideas when it comes to Disney worlds, that they can't keep up and they're going to run out of films eventually and they're really getting desperate. Kick those people in the face, that's not true at all. Just look at this list, and probably half of these worlds are going to make it into the game, if that many. This is a massive amount of worlds that could make it in, should make it in, are very justified in making it in. I would love to see any of this be in Kingdom Hearts 3, and these are all my suggestions, so comment below and say what you think and what worlds I've missed, what worlds you would like to see, and if you want my opinion on something, just ask. I am here. And just to close, I'm going to add that I wouldn't mind if other worlds like Agrabah from the past were to come back in Kingdom Hearts 3 reimagined as something better. We're going to see Kingdom Hearts in the next generation after all. It wouldn't be too much of a stretch to say that they can take old and make it new. And especially since we've got the whole plot going with the 7 princesses, a few of their worlds show up, I don't mind, as long as they're done well and are reimagined in a way that works well. Especially if they've got new villains to deal with and whatnot. So I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.